All right, so today we're diving into some pretty mind-blowing tech. I mean, we're talking about something that's totally changing the game for heart health. It's a new kind of AI, one that might be able to predict a heart attack years before it happens. Imagine that, stopping a crisis before it even starts. Let's get into how it all works.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. What if you could know? What if a doctor could look at your data and say, hey, you're headed for a heart attack in a few years? What would you do differently? Would you change anything?
Because, that's what we're really talking about here. The stakes are unbelievably high. This is about getting out in front of the #1 killer on the entire planet. The implications are, well, they're just staggering.
Okay, so to really get why this is such a massive deal, we gotta understand the problem it's trying to solve. And that's this unseen danger that makes heart disease so incredibly deadly.
I mean, just look at these numbers. It's not even close. Heart disease isn't just a cause of death. It is the #1 cause of death all over the world. This is a problem that affects absolutely everyone.
And here's the really tricky part. Heart attacks almost never just happen out of nowhere. They're usually the final step of this long process of, well, silent damage. We're talking about tiny changes happening in your heart that you can't feel at all. And what's worse, traditional tests, they often miss them completely. So by the time you actually feel something is wrong, a lot of damage might already be done.
But what if we could see it? What if we could spot that damage as it's happening? Well, that's exactly where this incredible new AI comes into play. It's like getting a little glimpse into the future of our own health.
This is a real turning point. For as long as we can remember, medicine has been mostly reactive, right? We wait for something to go wrong and then we fix it. But now, with AI like this, we're shifting into a whole new world of predictive prevention. And that is the heart of the breakthrough, right there. The whole point isn't just about better treatment. It's about stepping in before you even know there's a problem. The AI is basically a super advanced early warning system for your body.
So, the big question is, how does it do it? How can a piece of software possibly look into the future like that? Well, it all starts with the data, a ton of data.
Okay, so the real magic here is how the AI pulls together all these different pieces of information. It's not just looking at the obvious stuff like your ECG or cholesterol. Nope, it's looking at your sleep patterns, because weird sleep can be a sign of stress on your heart. And this is the craziest part. It's looking for tiny, microscopic changes in your heartbeat. I'm talking about little electrical signals that show your heart is under strain, patterns so small no human doctor could ever see them.
And that's really its superpower. It's like having a detective that's read every single medical textbook and case study ever written. It takes all this different data, connects the dots between things that seem totally random, and finds that one tiny clue, that faint signal of silent damage that's impossible for any one person to spot.
So, how does this work in real life? It's actually pretty simple. Step 1, your smartwatch or whatever wearable you have is just collecting data, 24/7. Step 2, the AI is working quietly in the background, sifting through all of it, looking for those hidden patterns we talked about. And then, step 3, if it spots something, bam! It sends an alert to you and your doctor, giving you this amazing heads up, sometimes years in advance, to do something about it.
So when you think about it, that constant stream of data from your wrist to this powerful AI, it means this isn't some science fiction thing for the distant future. This is happening now. It's a revolution that's literally small enough to fit in your pocket. What we're really watching is a total flip in how we think about healthcare. You know the old way, right? You feel sick, you go to the doctor, they treat the problem. It's all reactive. But this new way, it's proactive. Your watch tells you there might be a problem years from now, so you can stop it before it even starts. The power is shifting from the hospital to you.
And honestly, this might be the coolest part of all. This incredible life-saving technology isn't just for fancy labs or hospitals. It's being built right into the stuff we already own and wear every day. Our smartwatches, our fitness bands, it's becoming available to everyone.
So, when you boil it all down, what does this mean? It's simple. We're talking about the potential to save millions and millions of lives every single year.
And that brings us to a pretty deep final thought. As this tech becomes a normal part of our lives, when our own gadgets can give us a glimpse of our future health, how is that going to change how we live? What will we do with that knowledge?